Here's an American Family News update for you. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Vice President Kamala Harris engaged in a combative interview with Fox News this week. It just aired on Wednesday. She sparred with anchor Bret Baier on immigration and shifting policy positions. She asserted that if elected, she would not represent a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. This was her first one-on-one interview with Fox News. On the border topic, Harris refused to take any responsibility for the crisis on the southern border and also refused a challenge to apologize to the families of those who have lost loved ones at the hands of violent illegal immigrants. Harris expressed regret over the deaths of women who were killed by violent illegals over the last few years while she and Biden have been in power, but she pivoted to her campaign line that Trump is to blame for blocking an immigration bill earlier this year that would have boosted border funding. An independent panel investigating the attempted assassination of Donald Trump at a Pennsylvania campaign rally faulted the Secret Service for poor communications that day and failing to secure the building where the gunman took his shots from. The review also found more systemic issues at the agency, such as a failure to understand the unique risks facing Trump and a culture of doing, quote, more with less. The 52-page report issued today took the Secret Service to task for specific problems leading up to the July 13th rally in Butler, as well as a deeper one within the agency's culture. It recommended bringing in new outside leadership and refocusing on its protective mission. Nebraska's top election official had no authority to strip voting rights from people convicted of a felony. The state Supreme Court ruled that on Wednesday, in a decision that could add hundreds of new voters to the rolls and potentially help tip the balance come November 5th. The American Civil Liberties Union has said the order by Republican Secretary of State Bob AFN could have kept 7,000 or more Nebraskans from voting in the upcoming election. Many of them reside in Nebraska's Omaha-centered 2nd Congressional District, where both the race for president and the makeup of Congress could be in play. More than 1 million government workers have now taken advantage of President Biden's student loan bailout scheme. The Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program was created in 2007, promising college graduates that the remainder of their federal student loans would be zeroed out after 10 years working in government or nonprofit jobs. But starting in 2017, the vast majority of applicants were rejected because of certain eligibility rules. A 2018 report from the Government Accountability Office found 99% of applicants were denied, often because they weren't in the right loan repayment plan or because their payments had temporarily been paused through deferment or forbearance, periods that weren't counted toward the 10 years of public work. That'll do it for this AFN News Update, but by no means is that everything happening in the world right now. Much more news from a Christian perspective is available right now on AFN.net. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Bronson Woodruff.